All right, folks, we're at the shop today working on a Kia Sedona. So it needs a little tune-up. It's due for some spark plugs. She needs an oil change. We're gonna see how much time we have. I got a couple projects planned out. So it's getting up there in miles. It's got almost 160,000 miles. And last time I was here, I tried to do the spark plugs. I started on it. You have to pull off this upper intake manifold, and one of the bolts just kept spinning. It wouldn't loosen. Either it was over tightened or the plastic just rotted. I don't know. So this bolt just kept spinning and spinning, and it would never loosen. So I have a replacement from the used part here from another car. So we're going to clean this up. I'm going to have to figure out some way to get the other one off the car. Probably have to use some excessive force. And we're going to change these spark plugs. All right, so yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I looked this project up a few months ago. It's been a while since I was planning to do this job, and I have forgotten everything that's got to be done. So this is going to be fun. Here we go. Good old ratcheting wrench. Here we go. All right, so I've been working on detaching everything over here. I had to move the battery so that I could get the airbox out of the way, so that I could get the intake hose off, so that I could reach some of these hoses back here. So this one comes off pretty easy. This guy was the problem. There's two hoses that go on the throttle body right here, but this guy here, I couldn't reach this clamp at all. So I ended up taking it off down here because this is going to come off with the manifold. This little hose clamp was, of course, facing rearwards, so I couldn't grab a hold of it with anything. I was able to get it, but it was a struggle. This one fought me. I believe I have everything loose now, so yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to get this bolt to come out. I can damage the lower manifold. I have a replacement right here. It's one of these nuts that are spinning, probably this one right here, I believe, if I'm looking at it the right way. So if I can get this to come out with the upper manifold, then we'll just pull it out. I'll put this one in and we'll be good to go. I don't know if it's going to come out that way, and I can't damage the upper intake because we have to drive home today, and I didn't order the upper. I only ordered the lower. Alright, I think we just lucked out here. So I was using my impact. I was hoping that the bolt would break free from the nut. What I believe just happened is, as I was loosening the bolt, this is spinning inside the plastic, and I'm pretty sure that this nut spun so much that it got hot, melted, and came loose. So we're going to try and lift it out now. This was my second best option here. Oh yeah, she's free. Beautiful. I did not want to damage the bolt because I don't have replacement bolts. And sure enough, we stuck on. We stuck on. We're stuck on something. What is it? A hose. There's a hose with some bolts on it. Thanks, Kia, for bolting a bunch of crap on the intake manifold from behind. That made it super easy. Not. Okay. So here's our problem. Right here. See all my brass nuts in the lower intake, and this guy here was just spinning. So I was able to get it hot enough that it melted itself and spun right off. Just came loose. Now I can remove the bolt from this upper intake. There's my bolt. I was able to save that guy because it's a funky looking bolt, and I can't just go grab one from the parts bin. It's got a thicker section up top here, and then the threads are really small. So, hooray. So here's something I didn't expect. These valves, I don't know if you can see them, have a ton of carbon on them. Like a ton. I really should clean these valves up. That is a surprise. I can't see these, but I assume they're equally as bad. I wonder if I have an adapter that will fit these ports. So this was the first cylinder I did. What an improvement already. Those look great. I'll try and get maybe a little bit more cleanup on that, and then we'll move on to the other ones. Alright, 2 down so far. Look at the difference. These 2 are done. That one is not. There's a lot. Finished product. This one was one of the worst ones. Should run a lot better now. So that was a nice little surprise we found. I'm going to take a break for lunch and get the spark plugs back in, do the oil change, and I think we're probably going to call it a day. Okay, now we are able to do what we came here for. So, got the intake fixed, I got the valves clean. That was a nice little surprise. Little detour in today's journey, not a big deal. We did it while we were there, so this thing should run a lot smoother now. You can see all the way into those valves are nice and clean. So we got 3 spark plugs on the front here. 1, 2, 3, and we got 3 on the back. 1, 2, 3, and we'll swap those out and start putting the intake back on. Alright, the moment of truth. You can see there's a lot of combustion leakage here. The plug actually, surprisingly, doesn't look awful. So here are all of our plugs. They're definitely old. Good old NGK. They're still firing. They're not fouled out, so that's good. But they're aged. So new set of plugs should improve things. Alright, so we're almost done for the day. I just finished up the oil change. I did spark plugs. I was able to swap over the lower intake manifold. And while I was running the engine, I noticed the AC wasn't really all that cold. So I decided to check it out. So we got the AC machine hooked up here. And it had 2.2 pounds, almost 2.3 pounds. The spec on this car, 1.98 pounds. Technically it's overfilled. That's 0.4 pounds more than spec. So the pressures are getting higher than it was designed to, and that's causing the air conditioning system to shut off more frequently, which in turn results in a car that's not as cold inside. So I'm pulling out some refrigerant. We're drawing a vacuum on it right now. Just did a 5-minute vacuum because I know everything's good with it. So we are going to charge it up to the correct amount and go. So after this we're done. I've been here for way longer than I had intended to, but I feel good knowing that the car is in a lot better shape than it was when it came in. All right, we're on the drive home. This car is running a lot better now. Partially that was due to the spark plugs, also due to something that I think I probably missed filming. My GoPro died, and I'm not sure exactly at what point. I replaced the lower engine pendulum mount. I believe it was worn out and causing some vibrations to be felt inside the car. So thanks for tuning in for this one. This is going to be the first of many DIY, I guess, repairs, projects. It's kind of a hobby also, and usually I get myself involved with working on some stuff. Check out this sweet GTI. I see this guy around town a lot. I don't know what he's got done to it, but it looks pretty cool. Alright guys, we'll catch you later.